Hi guys. Even we are excited. Oh, from Canada. So, what time is it over there right now?
Um,
Oh, 11:30.
so, Paulo Coelho once said, and I quote, everybody has a creative potential, and from the moment you can express this creative potential, you can start changing the world. Today, on the 14th of March, we all are gathered here to free that creative potential and unleash that change maker within all of us. And be a part of the world changing experience with our amazing creative coding and managing skills.
Greetings to the August gathering. My name is Astha Jha, and this is my co-host Runal Agarwal.
And we welcome you all to the third edition of WomenTechies, the annual women-centric hackathon organized by developer student clubs VIT Velo. The main goal of this hackathon is to encourage female participation and introduce them to tech or related fields and boost their careers in tech spaces.
So, okay. Now, if this were an offline hackathon, I would have, asked you guys to maybe raise your hands physically. But considering the situation around us, please make use of the reactions feature or the comment box because I have a question for you. So, how many of you are taking part in a hackathon for the first time? Okay, quite a lot. Many reactions I see.
Okay. Even I have a question. How many of you are not from VIT Vellore? Like, how many are from other colleges or other countries? Oh well, that's quite some reach. Good job, marketing team. Uh, DSC is a group of passionate designers, developers, and managers who work together to bring about collaborative results that better the lives of everyone around us. We have been consistent in training and teaching the student community at VIT Velo. We want Women Techies to be an educational and a worthwhile experience for all the participants present here.
I really hope that you guys have stocked up your caffeine somewhere because, you're going to be awake for the next 36 hours for this hackathon. Like I mentioned before, the aim of this hackathon is to encourage female participation in tech or related fields. So, to achieve this, we put a bar that every team needs a minimum of 50% female candidates.
Um, with this, I would now like to invite our guest speaker for the day, Ms. Vandana Verma. Ms. Vandana is a highly accredited woman and has a plethora of experience and skills. She is currently the Global Board of Directors at OWASP Foundation and is also the founder of InfoSec Girls. With experience at IBM, Time Inc., and Accenture, among others, she will be with us to talk about her journey as a woman in this fast lane of tech.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Asta. Hi, Mrinal.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you both?
We are pretty well, ma'am. How did the pandemic treat you? How was it for you during the pandemic?
Um it was positive, it was negative. There were a lot of positives, there were some negatives. Now, positives that I could learn a lot. And second, I could enroll for my second master's because I wanted to do it for so long. So I did it in cyber law. And there are a lot of initiatives that I became part of. I learned a lot. Like, I studied a lot during the pandemic. Yeah.
That's like the complete opposite of at least what I did. I didn't study at all. Okay, so are you ready to start now?
Yes. You're on stage?
The stage is all yours, ma'am.
All right. Great. So, today's hackathon is all about um, like having creating something new for 36 hours. And now this is Women Techies session, right? So, why do we need women in cybersecurity or women in IT? There should be something which is important. That why do we need it? So let's get started. I'm not going to give you again. I'll try to be as candid as possible. I'll share some stories with you, and will share my experience in this journey of IT, and especially when you all are at VIT, how exactly it's going to shape your career in the future. Because every organization is talking about having diversity, but how they are treating what exactly you can do and all the things here. So, generally, I'll tell you, this is how I was introduced to cybersecurity. Like in my college, I didn't know there is a career called cybersecurity because that time there was no awareness about it. I am talking about like 15, 16 years back. Cybersecurity was there, but it was not treated as a career or like people were never speaking about it. They were just saying that I want to be a Java developer and that's all. I think the whole group when joined the first organization, ours, we were thinking about that. And in the whole group of uh, like good 50, 60 people, we were very bunch of women who were speaking about it. And then the project that I onboarded, we were 8 people who joined that project, and I was the single one out of it. So there were times when I was feeling that is this the place that I want to be, or is this a place where I belong? And that happens quite often, and especially now when the kids are aware that yes, or when the people are aware that yes, this is how I'm gonna be making myself heard in the places. At that time, it was not like how would you say it out, and exactly how would you explain things. That was very very different, and the expectation was this that they will be like this, but instead, reality changed, wherein now we are talking about 50-50, wherein we want to have diverse ideas which are talked about, which are heard on the table. And right now, in today's hackathon as well, there is a participation which is 50-50. And so this is a common story where you feel that you are one among the 1,000 people. I am sure today also you will be the one. But then you have to make a change. You have to make your first step, or what I call it as leap of faith. And then only you can go ahead, and that one among the 1,000 people can be that leader that can be there. And then this is so common, which is you feel that you need a mentor and you couldn't find one. That happened to me in the beginning. I couldn't find a mentor because I was just feeling that I needed a mentor who's a woman, but that's not it. You can find mentors who are women and at the same time who can be men. They can be both. And now, when you are working on this hackathon, you need to remember one thing. You are creating a beautiful idea. You are creating a beautiful product within your college that can give you a whole, I would say, landscape to play around, to move around, to experiment. So why do you have to think at any direction? You just go ahead and be the mentor that you wanted to be, or that you wanted. Or I would say that if you feel that there is a person who's, so let's say you are developing a robotics product, or you are working on something which is around machine learning, and you feel there are very less mentors, but then there are, right? So just go ahead and drop them a note and connect with them. Similarly, for your own team today, there are ideas which will be given by some people, and then you will have some ideas. So write it down and see how best you can combine those things and make something meaningful out of it. And for that, you want to speak about, like, you have to speak about it. You don't need to hesitate in speaking about anything or speaking about your ideas. And this is not just in college, but after you after you leave your college and join the corporate world. It's very, very important to speak up your mind, what you feel, what you know, and how you can showcase it. And when we are talking about role models, you need to be the role model that you wanted one. As I said, like, you need to be unique, and you can be unique at any given point of time. So, this is about all the unconscious biases that we have. Can I do it? Will I be able to do it? If I'll do it this way, how will it turn out? How people will feel, or whether I will have time for it or not. I have my college going on, I have this going on, and I have to go there. So, these questions comes in everyone's mind. Like, everyone thinks about that. I think we think a lot. So, we need to start um, avoiding all those unconscious bias. Just write it down and then tear the paper. That's what we can do. And if I'll give you some stats about cybersecurity, like I'm from cybersecurity, so I can speak a lot around that. So when we talk about diversity in cybersecurity and women in cybersecurity, which now represent 20% of the workforce. And according to one of the cybersecurity research firms, which is Cybersecurity Ventures, there's still a long way in closing the gap. And if I talk about the jobs which are there, which are unfilled, it's around 4 million. That's a huge number, and that's around the world, which is we need cybersecurity people, and or we need diverse ideas in the IT. We don't have it. So you can be the one, you can be the change that you want to see. And especially if I have really high hopes with this hackathon, because I feel this is very, very unique. Wherein you say you're driving something from the college, and college is imbibing all of that in the college, that yes, there is a stand, there is a seat that you can get on the table, you can share your ideas, and nobody is going to question you on that what ideas you're coming up with. And if I talk about continuing to move the needle forward, it's all about filling the empty cyber seats. Is it so? No. It's about getting unique people, unique ideas, and what's different. I'll tell you something which is very candid about me, that when I started off my journey in cybersecurity, I didn't know, like, okay, where exactly I can grow here. But when I started experiencing different fields, like I started as a network person, network security person. I configured routers, firewalls, and whatnot, or security scanners. But then, after a few years, I was introduced to application security, wherein, that's so nice. That's what I felt. But that was different, because there was so much to learn. I was changing the field, and totally, people talk about like hacking and hacking the web application, which sound fascinating. But that was very tricky, and I was feeling, can I do it? I like it, but can I do it? I talked about it for so long, like for good 2 days, and I had to give an answer to my leadership, that can I move to this or not. Like, if I feel that yes, I can do it, then only they'll move me. But then there was a question whether I can take up this new opportunity. So for 2 good days, when I was thinking, I was talking about it with my family, with my friends, there was one thing that came up, that when opportunity knocks, it knocks once. You have to be ready with it. So I said, I think this is the time that I'm ready to take it up and see what happens. Or I have my skill set, I can go back. That's the least that can happen. So I took a leap of faith and I went ahead, and here I am. Um, I am part of application security, and on January 5th, 2021, I was given AppSec Influencer of 2020 award by White Source, wherein I follow their research, and suddenly it just came as a surprise, where you don't expect some things and then it happens. When I can do it, you can do it too. Like, there's nothing which is impossible. And remember one thing, that you need to openly speak about it, that what exactly you know, and that how exactly you can contribute to all these things, and what ideas you are putting forward which can make a difference. There are social commitments that we all have, like I have, you have, and everyone has. And what happens is that we always feel that we want to be like 10 on 10 on everything. And especially when this curve, this is specific to cybersecurity, but if I talk about IT, the number is again not so embracing, and we all have to take a step forward. People are supporting us, but we have to make sure that we are not afraid of things, and we are taking a step forward. So a significant amount of us actually feel that whether we can survive in this industry or not, whether we can be the change maker or not. Think about all the wonderful women who are making a change, like Indra Nui. I am such a die-hard fan of her. Whatever experience she shares, I don't idolize her, but I am a huge fan of her, wherein I keep listening to all the sessions she gives, all the things she has done for the people. So you can take inspiration from people, and you can learn from them. Don't idolize that. Yes, I just want to be like her. No, you are unique. And you can be maybe better than anyone else, or maybe better than me. So you are unique. Here, when I talk about information security, it can be any field. When you're starting off, you might be starting as a developer, or you can be starting um, as a remote support person. It can be anything, like into data analytics, into our AI, into IoT, into anything. And you just have to bridge cybersecurity to it. Like right now, we are all homebound, and we were talking about that how pandemic treated you. So I wanted to learn something new, and I did. Similarly, what I did is that I want to be making sure, like I want to make sure that I feel fit wherever I go. Now, how that can happen is sometimes you have to motivate yourself. Now, this hackathon is one of its kind. There will be a number of opportunities, there will be a number of things that will be happening around you. And remember one thing, that uh, people are not giving you a space because they are obliged to do it, because you deserve it. So you have to remember that success will require a lot of time. Patience and perseverance is the key for it. So keep doing the good things and keep creating ideas. And you have to accept yourself that yes, this is the place for you, wherever you go. And if you, after trying all of that, if you still feel, I am sure there's something better that will be there for you, which you will receive. I will say one thing: when you are accepting yourself, catalog your accomplishments, whether it's in your college, it's in your corporate life, or which will happen in the few years, or maybe next year, maybe this year. So, catalog your things that you're doing, like this hackathon. You might you might win, you might not win, but you're part of it. So what product you are creating, write down everything. So that's very, very important, and share it with people what you learn from it. Pass or fail is the secondary thing. If you look at my social media handles, you'll be like, oh man, like, oh woman, how many things she shares. There's so much she shares. So whatever I feel that I should be sharing, I do share. Now for this one, I was giving a session for women techies, and I felt that it is very relevant in today's world, that there's something that college is doing, like 50-50. And I was like, corporates are talking about it now after so long. So why can't I be part of it? When the team came up to me, and I felt, yes, this is something which I really want to do. Uh, and I have a session just after this with one of the VITs also. So if I feel that way, I'm sure you need to sit down and think about it. You'll start feeling that yes, I can be positive at all times, and I can create. And remember one thing: you can only create something new when you have a very calm mind. So now, when you are going for this hackathon, sit down calmly, note down all the ideas, and start building it. And you can do it. But share it with people that this is what you've done so that you can get your due credit. Um, Now, When you're talking about building a career, you should know your self-worth. So recently I was talking to one of the person who's doing her masters in Canada. Now, there was one funny thing which has happened. Uh, if I talk about her social credentials, she has only 10 LinkedIn credentials, like 10 LinkedIn people. Now, I don't say that it's good or bad, but remember one thing, you have to make your own connections. Now, why I am saying that, there might be some people who will get placements from college, or when you get a placement from college, you might want to explore something else. But then for that, you need to have your CV ready or resume ready. How would you do it? And when you do it, how uh, how exactly it's going to change your career or shape your career? That's going to be decided by you. So connect with people whom you feel who can be the mentors, who can be guiding light, or who can help you in shaping up your career. Like I'm a person who's shameless in sending requests to anyone and everyone whom I feel I should be connected, and I don't think about it twice if I feel that yes, this person I'm going to learn something. And when I send them requests and I tell them that okay, this is the reason that I am following them or I am connecting with them, because it's very very important to be connected with people. And when they get to know you, okay, this is something which you can help them with, they would actually want to be with you. So those interpersonal skills are very very important. So start building your profile. It's not to showcase someone, but for your own resume. And when you are creating a resume, you might forget something that you were part of. So start today, and it's for everyone, not just for women, but for everyone, for all the students. It's very very important. And when we are speaking about being part of any industry, you need to have allies who can support you. So build that relationship over time with your mentors, with your professors, with your dean, with your anyone. Like be known to them. You might not be a topper. Like that's not important, or that's important. But then uh, when you go out, those things will stay with you. But then your relationship with people would also matter a lot, very much. I'm still connected with all the professors. Like it's been so many years, but I'm still connected with all of them because I wanted to still learn from them. I have learned so many things from them. That compete with yourself. When you compete with yourself, you can do wonders. You are in a competition, like 36 hours long competition after my session. But then you can do wonders if you're competing with yourself and looking at your product, that how beautiful you can make it or how meaningful you can make it, from what it was. Go out and meet people, connect with people, speak out, learn from your mistakes. There are mistakes that everyone does. Nobody is like perfect. Even if they say, I don't know what to say on that, but just learn from your mistakes. Don't make the same mistake again. Write it down and learn, and see what lesson you can learn from it. If you look at my diary, I keep blabbering it. I sometimes I don't have a diary. I keep writing it on my notepad, and then I'm like, okay, this is something I learned from it, so that I don't do that again. A lot of time that happens, and there'll be pushbacks that will be there, and lead by influence. You can be the change that you want to see. When I said catalog your accomplishments, there is something that I want to share. Somebody was Mrinal and the team was introducing me, and Asta was introducing me. So there was something they said that I'm part of a global board of OWASP. So OWASP is one of the big communities around cybersecurity, especially talking about application security. Any organization that speak about security, cybersecurity, and application security, they know OWASP, especially their top 10. Now, being on the global board and being the first Asian to be on the board was a very mesmerizing experience. But was that easy? No, I had my own misconceptions. Is it the right time to do it? And can I do it? Should I do it? All those questions were there. But it did not matter whether I'm a woman or man, it did not matter, or anyone who I am. I felt that I wanted to do, and around people around me told me what will happen. Um, you will get votes because it's a voting system. People around the world will vote for you. The members will vote for you. So you'll win the elections or you'll not win the elections, right? The two scenarios. And if you think positive, that you win the election, and when you win the elections, what will happen? You'll be with other six people, again, those global leaders. They might appreciate your ideas, they might not appreciate your ideas. So, what will happen? You want to be part of it? I said, yes, I want to do it. So that same thing happened. And when I joined board, there were other six people who were just kept on um, put forwarding their point because they knew how the system worked. For first month, I was quiet. Especially at the board meeting, I did not say much. Only yes, no for the votes that was on the ideas that were there. But the second month, I realized that if I don't speak up and put my ideas forward, I will never be able to be part of the team. So I started saying things, and saying things not just for the sake of it, but write down your thoughts and say it out loud that what you feel. And it should be relevant to the stage. Yes. Now, again, you'll be thinking, how will I know it's relevant? If you feel it's relevant, share it with people. I'm sure there will be some oppositions or some difference in opinion that will be there. But that's, I think, that's part and parcel of it. And that makes you you. And that will make you unique. And I think that might create a different aura for you. And be aware of opportunities. And I've seen people who are in college and they are doing internships from past 1 year. I'm like, really? They are so much aware about things that are happening around. So change the challenge question, and bring a new perspective. Now, let me go ahead and say it out that we all can support each other with this women hackathon and we can make a change. Now, let me go ahead and stop because I don't want to be just giving yarn. So, why can't we just go ahead and start like speaking about what exactly you feel that uh, how you going to make a change there? So, let me go ahead and open chats. And now this session was all about motivating all of you to make a different product. And when you talk about cybersecurity is something which is unique. Which is unique. Why it's unique? Because it can be applied to any field. And now, why it's applied to any field? Think about your handheld devices, your phones. Somebody might have come up with that it needs to have a passcode. Now it's all started with pattern. Now somebody removed the pattern and then it came to a point wherein uh, it should have a passcode. Now the passcode was 4 digit. Now it's 6 digit or 8 digit. I have this mobile device management software on my system on my phone. So now it's 8 digit. So this is so much different. And the fun fact that when you are building a software today, I would suggest you that if you can actually add some security to it. Now, the one challenge that organizations are facing currently is that they are building products, but they're not finding the right people who are building products, but they can add security to it. And there's no force on it, but if you do it, you are building a safer organization. And that's a big challenge in any of the organization these days. Talk about any big organization, they are facing the same challenge which a small organization is facing. So you can be the change maker, and students are the change makers because they can only change the future of the country, of the nation, and of the whole world. So it's very, very important that when you are building something, add something to it which is making it unique. So you might be building a product around IoT. So now when I say IoT, let me give you an example. Now today I give very, very less example. I share a lot of experiences. Now, spare my green screen. Generally, I can change my background, so I have a green screen which I can do it. Like I have set up the whole mic, but um, I'm new to this the AirMeet platform, so I couldn't change the background. Now here, so there was something that came up in our house. When you might have seen those chandeliers or tumors which has music which is run by the Bluetooth. Now, I'm sure there is somebody who created that unique thing. When it came to our house, we started playing on the parties and where not. And sometimes it was very fascinating that every now and then we'll just turn on the that thing and it'll start revolving and playing music, or we could play it from the phone. So one day we all were at dinner table. What happened is that I have a knack of doing things which is different. Like if something comes up in my mind, I will do it. Like that's so crazy. Sometimes it doesn't give me sleep also, so that happens. And I downloaded a basic script that this chandelier will keep running. So when I ran that script, we were all at dinner table, and when I ran it, it just kept on running. Nobody knew what was happening, so they didn't know that these things can happen to it. These are all like Bluetooth connected and internet connected devices, so anything can happen. And if you have a geyser at home, somebody gets access to it. What could go wrong? Like the geyser will be on, and the water instead of lukewarm water, you will have a hot water, like extreme hot water. Do you want that? I'm sure you don't want it. And similarly, I was seeing ads which are related to washing machine, dishwasher, and especially those home appliances fascinate me a lot. Like all the those things. And I have a smartwatch, and even right now I'm wearing a Fitbit because I'm like, okay, this is what I want. But think about smartwatches. What, how you can actually uh, play around with them, like you receive calls and whatnot with them. So if you start securing them, and think about something, like I was speaking to somebody and they were saying detecting the malicious activities with those. And recently I was working on one of the projects which was around transportation and travel. Now, if an airport authority uses AI and cybersecurity and detect all those malicious people, all those malicious activities that can happen there, how amazing that will be. And not just that, I'm sure if you are not aware of it, let me tell you about one initiative which is very close to my heart, is called for code, which is for developers. Like there they create something which is different. There are themes which are around safeguarding the organization, safeguarding the environment, water treatment, and then there was environment pollution. There's something recent which is helping people from COVID. And so these initiatives are very, very relevant. How about you all contributing to these initiatives? And I think these hackathons, which you are part of today, which are going to motivate you to do these in the future. And trust me, when you onboard or become part of any organization, you should still keep doing these hackathons, because that will make you unique. Um, After 15 years of my career, I have done my first patent, which I received last year. Um, I was happy. Uh, but I think if I would have kept doing all those hackathons for so long, I think I could have created something else as well for the country, or for the organization. But I think it's never too late to do anything. And now, when students are the future of the nation, so why can't you start doing it now, and you keep doing it? And sometimes you might feel that, oh no, it's tiring, like my Sundays, Saturdays are going in it. But when you do it once, twice, third time, fourth time. And people say if you do it for 21 days, it becomes your habit. So again, if you do it multiple times, it will be part of you. That yes, you want to do it. This will be part of your liking. Now, when I do all these sessions online over the weekend, sometimes I feel that yes, I am spending my weekend. But think about that. This is not just it. This makes me, and if I can help one person, uh, I think that's more meaningful than anything else. Similarly, for the people who are part of hackathon, make sure you connect with people, learn from people. And I am sure there are so many teams which are competing today, which are part of this hackathon. Learn from each one of them. Now there will be showcase which will be done by them. Learn from them. You will on lose, it doesn't matter, you are playing. That's very important. And remember one thing, you need any help from me at any given point of time, I'll be more than happy to support you, especially from the security side. And I keep learning different things. Right now, I'm a product security architect at IBM. Like, that's my bread and butter, or that's my day job. So, if I can be of any help around that, what I do as part of product security, because right now you're working on a product. Today, for 36 hours, you're going to be making a product. So, if you need any help after this hackathon, do feel free to reach me anytime. I'll be more than happy to connect with you all. And I'm sure I'll have a lot to learn from all of you. So there's nothing that I'm going to teach you something or I'm going to share my experience. But I think you all can tell me so many new things. Like, I've never experienced a day that wherein students are not teaching me. You have so much of energy, and there are so many opportunities. There's like plethora of opportunities for you, which you are making for yourself. I think I was not that creative when I was joining my first job, or might be I that aura was not there. Now it's there, and you can make the most of it. So let me ping you my LinkedIn or Twitter. So reach me anytime on that, and I would be happy to have a conversation with you. But remember one thing that I have to say: don't say hi. Send me a message that you are from this college and you want to discuss about something. I'll be happy to have any conversation with you around the project that you might be working on, or there might be something different that you might be working on. So feel free to share your experience, your journey with me. I think you might have something uh, different than me, or something more meaningful than me, but you can share it with the rest of the people who are there. So I think this is what I had to say. But if you have any questions, do feel free to put your questions towards.
We'll just wait. Ma'am, someone did post a question.
Yes, please.
A lot of developers feel that security measures at times slow down the development cycle. Could you maybe tell us a bit more?
So I'll tell you something. When you feel that, and a lot of developers do feel that. I totally relate to it because I've worked very closely with developers and still working with them. So there is something that you have to remember, that when we talk about security and when we are educating about security, especially when people say DevOps and DevSecOps, so there is one aspect that we are safeguarding an organization. We are safeguarding a project. We are not doing something which is just for the like. I know developers want to develop an amazing product, but if someone hacks it, who will be held responsible for it? And who could be, let's say, if not developer, organization? You've seen the recent hacks, right? The
Yes, ma'am.
data being leaked, the AWS buckets being opened or being left open, and then recently there is SolarWinds attack, which is keep revolving around how it all started off. And I think there was one more hack that have happened on one of their servers where there was a default credentials they were using. So at least those things can be changed. And when developers have security with them, I think it can be totally different. And how it slows down, because we feel that it is not something which is part of the whole life cycle, whole product cycle. Think about from the requirement section that you are getting a requirement as a developer. Today, you from a hackathon, you're getting a requirement. So you list down all the requirements. And when you are listing down all the requirements, threat model it that when you are making a product, how secure it is. If someone hacks it, what could go wrong? They will have your patent, they will have your product, they can do anything and everything. Like if I get into your emails, what will I do? I'll read your emails, they will be confidential. Or if I get into your phone, I can read your messages, I can read your chats and whatnot. And I'm sure you all have a passcode on your phone. Similarly, when the development process goes on, if you don't develop a secure code, like you are coding it already, you are creating a product. How about adding some security measures to it? And nobody in security team, nobody needs wants you to be perfect. We just want to make sure that we educate you and we tell you, and especially developers tell the developers that it's just the help which is needed, because we all have the same goal to have a nice product for the organization which is secure enough. It slows down because it's seen as an outsider. If we see it as an insider, we take it as our responsibility, that yes, it's everyone's responsibility. We will make it as a part of it. Now I'll tell you from a non-tech perspective, like I just introduced Facebook to my mother lately, like it's been just 6 months. Now she clicks any video, she clicks any link, she sends requests to all the people she knows. So there might be people who might be sending her request. Now, if she start clicking all those links, accepting requests, will she be safe? No, she will never be. So whose responsibility it is mine, or it is to educate her? It is my responsibility to educate her, right? And then when I educate her, it's her responsibility to make sure she doesn't click all those links. So these are the things that can be done. And when developers understand that security is important and then start coding securely, and for functional testers, they start testing from the security perspective, then I think it will be very less space that will be left for security people to do anything. Like there'll be new ideas that will be coming on. And then automation comes into picture and new creatives will come into picture. That's my point of view. Somebody might have a different point of view as well.
Possibly. Okay, so there is another question. Can I be a developer early on and get into security after that?
Absolutely. You can be at any given point of time. Security is like people say it's a field. It's not a field. It's a stream. It's not a stream. Security can be embedded with anyone and any field and anything. Like I started into night networks. I became part of application security. I moved to cloud security, and now I'm product security person, and I keep learning different things about IoT. So at any given point of time, you can wear this hat, and you don't need to be a security person. You can do anything and everything around security. That's what I feel. And if you talk about practical experience in my if I talk about my teams in the past, also I have hired people who are developers, who are testers, and they've become like amazing security people, like better than me. So you can join that at any given point of time.
Sure, ma'am. This actually was quite encouraging and very, very exciting for us.
Yes. So my script after this was to thank you for imparting your valuable experience and knowledge, and I want to thank you for it, ma'am. But whatever you said in your speech, and ma'am, whatever you've achieved, ma'am, it truly is very inspiring. Thank you so much.
Thank
Really.
you so much. And see, this is all the yarn today, but do feel free to reach out to me at any given time around cybersecurity, or I think any discussion that or any question that you might have in your mind. So
Sure,
feel
ma'am.
free to send me a note.
Thank
All
you.
the very best.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
ma'am.
much.
Take care.
Participants, just for you to note, her LinkedIn and Twitter handles are in the chat. So, like she said, please feel free to reach out to her. And there is another announcement that I want you guys to note, that there is this link available on Discord. In that there is this checking form, and you guys have to enter your details. So please make sure that you fill that checking form. Okay, thank you. Let's move on.
So, what good is a competition without any prize you need to fight for, right? Don't worry. With a prize pool of over rupees 50,000, the first prize for Women Techies this year is 25,000. The second being a total of 12,000, and the third prize being for a total of rupees 7,000.
We also have a cash prize of rupees 3,000 for both the best special stream and the best women-centric idea. And we really hope that you guys are all pumped up and to start hacking. We also have a special prize that we will announce about, but shortly. Now, this is just for you to note that for the best freshers team, all participants of the team must be freshmen or in their first years of their university. And for the best women-centric idea, make sure that your idea fits within the tracks given and is dedicated to the welfare of women.
Cool. Asa, let's be honest, no hackathon is good without any fun or any twist to it, right? And to make the event even more snappy, interesting, and social, we have come up with a social media challenge for all our Instagram users coding behind the screens. Just take out your phone, snap a moment of the hackathon you would like to share to the world, and post it on Telegram with hashtag #HackLikeAGirl.
And of course, don't forget to tag us. Our Instagram handle is at DSC VIT Velour. It'll be given in the chat box below as well. And don't forget to slide into our DMs, messengers, and send us screenshots of your posts if your account is private. And of course, if you want to make your account public and then tag us, you're free to do that as well. 3 easy steps, and you can be a lucky winner to win some special goodies that we have in store for you.
Along with the social media challenge, we have also planned an icebreaker session to cut the awkwardness among all of you, and some fun-packed games that will charge you up for the hack journey.
So, as we know, due to the pandemic, this year Women Techies is obviously a virtual hackathon, right? And I know it can get a little, because you don't get to meet new participants and all, but we would still like to keep up the spirit as we've been keeping all through these years of offline events, and we really hope that you enjoy every bit of it.
We will be organizing all the proceedings and the ongoings of the hackathon using Discord and AirMeet. So make sure to log in and keep checking the channel for important announcements and notices too.
At DSC, we believe in constant learning and building up our student community. And what better way can it be but through our very own mentorship program? So make sure to check out the mentors channel on Discord for continuous mentorship opportunities and get your doubts cleared there.
And don't worry, if you're unsure about whom to approach for the doubt, just check into the waiting room and someone from our team will help you out. Along with this, we also have an exclusive Kaspersky Cybermates workshop organized for all of you today at 4 p.m. The session is meant to give you an overview of this exclusive program and receive some exciting perks for awards. So don't forget to register yourself at cybermates.kaspersky.com. The link will be in the chat box if you want to be a part of this amazing opportunity.
Now, I know I'm pretty sure that all of you have some really exciting and great ideas in your mind related to your tracks. But in case someone's missing out on the other tracks, here's what DSC planned out for Women Techies this year.
Just like its past year, DSC has laid down 5 tracks in all for all the teams to come up with some innovative projects that help in solving real issues and contribute to our goals. They are developer tools, women empowerment, remote collaboration, exercise and well-being, and last but not the least, entertainment.
Also, I really hope that you guys have installed the Women Techies app. If you haven't already, the link of it will be in the chat box. And you can also check the announcement channel of the Discord server for the link in case you miss it in the chat box here.
The app is made to meet all your needs and work as your event manager or your social media interaction partner or your arcade buddy throughout the span of the hackathon. It's got a very carefully devised section that has information about all the timelines and the ongoing of the event so that you can manage your work very easily. The app also contains information about the speakers who are going to conduct sessions on the field of expertise in these 2 days of hack. You will also receive notifications, so look out for them.
Also, thanks to our team, we also have a highlight section that brings in together all the photos that we post on the social media platforms using our hashtag #HackLikeAGirl. So don't forget to unleash your creativity, capture those moments, and share it in your social media. Oh, and not to forget, the showstopper of the app, our very own version of Pac-Man, to help you get through and relax you through those intense hours of coding. Don't forget to take a screenshot of your highest scores and share it on the Hisham Man channel on our Discord server. The one with the highest score is gonna win some special goodies from our side.
Now that we're done with the boring aspects of what the event is all about, without wasting any more time of yours, it's time for you to start using those skills and give rise to your project. The world wants to see. So get onto your editors or your design studios and let the hacking begin.
Yay! Okay, so now if you guys could obviously go ahead and start with the event, or if you have any questions, please drop them down here and we will address them right away. So we're going to wait for any questions that you guys have. Okay, until then, what was the highest scored event? Okay, so on the app, there is this game. Hisham Man. Okay, no, I'm sorry.
So on the WomenTechies'21 app, we have a very own version of Pac-Man, Hisham Man, and we all want you to try that app out, play the game, and score the highest amount of scores you can. Take a screenshot of your score and send it on the Discord server under Hisham Man channel, and check out other people's scores. And in case you win the highest score, you're going to win some goodies from DSC's site. So stay tuned.
Any more questions? I joined a bit late and was unable to join my table. I can do that after the. Of course, you can do that after this event is over. Of course. Any more questions?
Looks like everyone is busy doing the hackathon already.
Yeah, they don't want to ask questions. Just get. How do you join your table? How do we join our tables? Okay, so joining the tables is pretty easy. We have tables down there. You just have to click on the table that you want to go to and join the table. There is like this option, join the table. Just click on that and you will enter the table. We'll wait for a few more minutes. Is there a war going on in the YouTube live chat? What do you think, sir? Is there?
I don't know. Yes, there is.
I've never been to like a hackathon before, so I'm like very excited to, see everyone start working and stuff.
I know it's very exciting to see people hack and code, and we really are excited to see your final idea. So come on, go do hacking, and all the best to everyone.
Yeah. Okay, we'll wait for like 30 more seconds.
Yeah,
If you
sure.
have any questions, please drop them down. Thank you.
Thank you, Shashank.
I am unable to join table. Can't find them. Okay. So the managers.
We'll ask someone from the team to connect with you. So we'll surely reach out to you just in a minute.
Yeah, you need to like exit this session and then you join the table. If not, you can always contact one of the managers or the organizer. And please don't be afraid to ask questions. It's completely normal. Just go ahead.
If you have any doubts, please drop them in the chat box below, and we'll help you out.
Or if you don't want to do that, you could also directly text any one of us, manager, any mentor for that matter, and we'll be ready to help you out. Yes, I really hope that you guys have joined the Discord server because communicating will be much easier there. So please do join it.
We will be posting notifications, alerts, and important announcements on the Discord server. So make sure you join the Discord server already, and keep checking the Discord for all the important notices.
Okay. I have posted the link for the apps and the Discord server below in case anyone missed it.
How to join the tables? Once the stream ends and once you exit the stream, you will be able to join the tables automatically. So
Any more questions?
it looks like everyone has already started doing the hack, and everyone's quite busy with it. So
Discord. Could you?
hi Amit, the Discord link has been attached above by Astha. We will be posting all the important notices and announcements throughout the hack on Discord server. So make sure you check that out. Thank you.
Okay. So I suppose if there are no more questions, we're going to end this session right here. And you guys can now go ahead, join the tables or any other platform that you want to connect with your teammates and start on the project right away.
We are really excited to see what you all have in mind, what you all are going to plan out, and all the best to each and every one of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.